Our film is about a girl who gets bullied to the extent that she commits suicide, and then we have her best friend read her diary, and from there on she takes on revenge.
Dear Diary, I can't take this anymore. I really can't. I don't know what to do. They won't leave me alone.
I tried before, I know, but this time I'm 100% sure. This is better for everyone, but most of all for me. I'm not happy anymore. It hurts to fake smile. I'm tired of feeling like this. They're right. It's better if I'm not around.
The stalker slasher genre is a subgenre under horror, so we looked at horror films. The theme for our film is revenge, which is an existing theme under the horror genre, with movies such as House on the Left, which is a horror movie about a girl's parents who take revenge on the people who tortured her. Other horror films about revenge are Drag Me to Hell, I Saw the Devil, which is a Korean movie, and The Woman in Black.
Finding the location of mise en scène was easy. We decided that our film would be based in a school, so the locations was classrooms, corridors and outside areas. Since we didn't have to do much to manipulate the locations, we could film it as it was. Although we did want to manipulate some of the settings to make it darker and more eerie to match the theme to match the genre of our film. But since we lacked professional equipment such as lighting, we couldn't do much. That's why editing came in. We got influenced by Japanese horror films because they had similar conventions and locations to us. One example is Battle Royale. They used a lot of school uniform as their costume. And as an English example, we were looking at Sinister and Paranormal Activity because they were more thriller-based types. So less blood and more jumping and speedy cuts.
As director of photography and cinematographer, I wanted to keep the same shots and film videography that they used in such popular films such as Sinister and especially Scream. A Scream to Stalker slasher film, which was very similar to what we were doing at that moment of time. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the use of different lenses. For the close-up scene of Stephanie's death, I used a 50mm f1.8 Canon lens. This was a very close-up macro lens which showed a lot of detail, especially for close-up scenes, which also made the audience feel as if they were in there, which made it more sympathetic and more lifelike. I tried to imitate famous films such as Scream and Saw, mainly Scream as that was a stalker slasher film which was very similar to us, and I wanted to keep the same shots or the same type of video that you see in those films, therefore keep it to the conventions of a stalker slasher film. For the shots, we wanted to make the background very blurred so we can put the bully out of focus and then into focus, causing a sense of a scary atmosphere and to give it a spooky feel, which is usually what happens in a stalker slasher film. A few problems we did come up with, as said before, was lighting, as due to it being school, we had limited light in classrooms and hallways, so that was left to do in editing. And another problem we did come out with a few times was sound, but luckily we had a microphone which we then recorded the sound in post-production.
The beginning of the trailer starts with a rating screen, which is conventional for film trailers, but it's not always shown in trailers, so it's not really necessary to have. And also, the rating screen that we took was for American films, so it wasn't really necessary for us to use in our trailer. The next part in our trailer shows a flashback of a girl being bullied. This is similar to Sinister, where the beginning of the trailer showed a background history of a family murder, so we kind of get a backstory to the film. Another way in which our trailer conforms to a real trailer is the way it includes the company logos. For our trailer we use Warner Bros and Legendary Pictures because the one that we found specifically had dark lighting which would be suitable for our stalker slasher movie. The position of the logos in our trailer is similar to Avengers, where the logo was shown around the 40-second mark, so it's not necessary to have it at the beginning. Our trailer is also similar to the trailer for House on the Left, as the company logo is also shown a few after a scene. Therefore our trailer is conventional. The captions in our trailer are also conventional because it tells the story to the audience and informs them. Ours specifically conforms to the stylistic genre conventions because of the style of the font used and the colour. And also, with our captions, it creates a predictable pleasure for the audience because we have a predictable storyline. Our trailer conforms to the formalistic conventions of the film trailer, as it ends with fast-paced editing. This is similar to early stalker slasher films such as Scream.
He just kills by them. Don't answer the phone. Don't open the door. Don't try to hide.
And also, our fast-paced editing at the end is similar to Sinister, where in Sinister we see the axe being dragged, and in our trailer we see the bat being dragged. Also, at the end of the trailer, we show the release date, but in an unconventional way. It subverts conventions because we don't show the credit block, so that's the way our trailer subverts conventions. At the end, there's always a title shown as well, and we also use the same font we used in our posters and magazines to ensure the consistency of our branding for our film.
Okay, in order for our trailer to have the conventional aspects of a normal trailer, we had to have sound that fits the feeling we wanted to portray to our audience. So I had to look for royalty-free music to fit our trailer so we could use it without copyright. And at the beginning of the trailer, the music is very slow, which gives the audience a feeling of being sympathetic. We have a boom sort of sound effect, which also helps to intensify different parts of the trailer. As the storyline picks up throughout the trailer, so does the music. It creates it creates tension for the audience as the pace of the song has increased. Also, the music fits with the video as the title at the end of the trailer pops up as soon as the sound has a loud bang.
Although we had our individual roles, we all worked together to ensure that we create a successful product and follow the conventions of a real film trailer.